Hey YouTube. Hi, my name is Trish. Welcome to Trisha's Corner. I was just sitting here watching these little clips of videos, and it's not like I already know that the elites didn't care. But when I say they don't care, they don't care. I was watching this one about the debt ceiling, and how the debt ceiling, they've been telling us is such a lie. But I knew that, because the United States, they like that. But it just, I learned that this is how they've been keeping Africa under their thumb. And then I'm trying to figure out, when was it against the law for countries not to grow their own food? First I learned that, and last time I know, all countries grow food, but I don't know. Maybe they know something I don't know. But then there's this one about the churchgoers, the believers, and it's like they really playing in our face about all this stuff. And if you don't know, you don't. But I don't know. Y'all watch these videos with me. And then let's come back and ask ourselves what's going on and what we're going to do about it. Because right now, we're going to have to do something. Can't keep letting it go on. And they know. They know we know. They lie about everything. So, I don't know. Just watch these videos with me and come back. And we'll talk about it.
I think there are two ways in which people are controlled. First of all, frighten people, and secondly, demoralize them. An educated, healthy, and confident nation is harder to govern. And I think there's an element in the thinking of some people. We don't want people to be educated, healthy, and confident, because they would get out of control. The top 1% of the world's population own 80% of the world's wealth. It's incredible that people put up with it, but they're poor, they're demoralized, they're frightened, and therefore they think perhaps the safest thing to do is take orders and hope for the best.
So, you telling me you don't want the population educated, healthy, and confident? Y'all, for real? Educated, healthy, and confident. That's all the stuff you're supposed to be. So y'all snatching it all away. Yeah. Wait a minute, I got some more.
Difference between the U.S. debt and the debt that African nations own?
The first question is a very important question. What makes African and third world debt different from the American debt? Number one, America is never going to pay its debts. It doesn't have to. Its debts are in its own currency. We can simply print it. The African debt is not in its currency. The African debt is in U.S. dollars. Africa has to earn the U.S. dollars, and the only way it can earn the U.S. dollars is not to be assassinated for growing its own food and becoming independent and doing something that the United States does not like. The principle underlying the foundation of the World Bank, the International Bank for IBRD, research, the World Bank, is that no country should grow its own food.
Evil rich people who exploit economies to get very rich while causing new inflation. This is exactly what our government is supposed to protect us against. Listen to this guy.
The last 2 years you've been blamed for financial collapse of Thailand, Malaysia, Indonesia, Japan, and Russia.
All of the above.
All of the above.
Yeah.
Are you that powerful?
No, I think there's a great misunderstanding.
The Prime Minister of Malaysia
Yes.
said that the region spent 40 years trying to build up its economy, and along comes a moron like Soros with a lot of money, and it's all over. He called you a criminal.
It's easier for him to blame an outside force. I think that I've been blamed for everything. I am basically there to make money. I cannot and do not look at the social consequences of what I do. I cannot and do not look at the social consequences of what I do.
Do you believe in God?
No.
The problem is not people being uneducated. The problem is people being educated just enough to believe what they've been taught and not enough to question what they've been taught.
So, yeah, tell me about this. What do y'all think about this debt ceiling? Because if this is how they've been keeping Africa trapped in the hole, so they doing the same shit to us, basically. That's what you're saying. Then you telling me that it's in your own currency, so you don't have to pay it, and y'all not gonna pay it. So what's the foolishness? Why y'all feeding that bullcrap to the American people? I don't get it. And then you got George Soros. He don't give a fuck about nothing. If it ain't about his money, shmoney, he don't care. And then what do y'all think about the lady, the little clip with the lady talking about the believers? I don't know. Y'all tell me down in the comments what y'all think about that, because I don't get it. Now, watch this clip about the people, the senators, or the budget. They got a budget of misconduct. $17 million for misconduct suits. So they ain't got to come out of their own pocket. But y'all ain't got no budget for the American people and the homeless people and all the other things that y'all neglect us on. But you got a budget for misconduct. Man, watch this one. Watch this one.
Can't make this up.
So, Congress has paid over $17 million in hush money for sexual misconduct inside of the offices in these buildings. What? And what's more is that was taxpayer money, right? The allegation is that President Trump paid $130,000 of his own money. But here in Congress, there may be some on this dais. I mean, I'm for turning loose all of these records. Who in here has had the taxpayer pay for their sexual misconduct charges the hush money? I bet there's some over there. There may be some over here. I don't know. But I do know it's taxpayer money. And I do know not a single penny of it has been turned in as a campaign finance expense. Is the FEC going to investigate the $17 million that the Congress has paid to settle, behind closed doors these sexual misconduct allegations?
Yeah, I know what? I'm about to end my video. But this one right here with this lady, Reese Waters, he had it on point because she is crazy. And now, if that ain't fear-mongering at its finest. I'm about to end the video, but watch this and like, comment, subscribe, share, and I'll be back with more. Entertainment purposes only, y'all. Hopefully we do better, because we got to learn, because I don't know. Y'all just let me know down in the comment. Thank you. Y'all have a nice day. Thanks.
People are not where we all are going to die.
And just in case you didn't hear her the first time.
Hello, everyone. I would like to take this opportunity to sincerely apologize for a statement that I made yesterday at my town hall. I was in the process of answering a question that had been asked by an audience member when a woman who was extremely distraught screamed out from the back corner of the auditorium, "People are going to die." And I made an incorrect assumption that everyone in the auditorium understood that, yes, we are all going to perish from this earth. So I apologize. And I'm really, really glad that I did not have to bring up the subject of the tooth fairy as well. But for those that would like to see eternal and everlasting life, I encourage you to embrace my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ.
What did I tell y'all? What did I tell y'all? When I tell y'all it's going crazy, it's going crazy. For real, for real, for real. Hey, like, share, subscribe. I'll talk to you guys later. Have a good day.